Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Piedmont Railfan 81 channel. In today's video, we're in Fredericksburg, Virginia, to ride the Virginia Railway Express Fredericksburg line between the last two stations on the route, of course Fredericksburg, and Spotsylvania. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. Step one in this whole operation was buying a ticket. So I headed over to the nearest ticket machine. Well, it said that it was out of service. So I was like, okay, let me just take the non-air conditioned elevator in 100-degree humid weather down and walk across to the other platform to see the other ticket machines there. So that's what I did, and all three of them were out of service too, and those were the only ones in the whole station. Eventually, we found out it was a thing called Fare Free Friday, which is a thing VRE has where on Fridays tickets are free in a certain month. So that's kind of cool.
VRE Fredericksburg train 305 is now arriving.
Virginia Railway Express uses some pretty standard equipment. The locomotives they use are MPI MP36PH-3Cs, and the cars that they use are gallery coach cars. Right away, we are greeted with a pretty standard but acceptable interior for a commuter railroad, also including wheelchair accessible seats in each car. Luckily, the cars were air conditioned, which was great because, like I said, it was almost 100 degrees outside and very humid, so it was really refreshing getting to enjoy some nice cool air for our short little journey after being out in the 100-degree heat for hours. We departed Fredericksburg about 15 minutes late, but that was fine with me because I get to Railfan a little bit more than expected, so it's all good there. As we depart Fredericksburg, let's take a look at our train statistics. The locomotive on the head end of our train is an MPI MP36PH-3C, number V55. It was built in February of 2011 and has operated with Virginia Railway Express its entire lifetime. The engine in the locomotive is an EMD 645, producing 3,600 horsepower, rated at a top speed of somewhere between 82 and 102 miles per hour. And I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe that Virginia Railway Express uses some variation of the Nathan K2 horn. Our train starts its day in Washington Union Station and makes its station stops at Linfant, Crystal City, Alexandria, Franconia/Springfield, Lorton, Woodbridge, Ripon, Quantico, Brook, Leland Road, Fredericksburg, and ends in Spotsylvania. Each seat back has cup holders, which can be convenient for your morning coffee during your commute. The seats are fairly comfortable for a commuter train, I'd say about 3 inches thick for seat backs and maybe about 4 to 5 inches thick for seat bottoms. There's also a handy little screen on the back in front of each train telling you what your next station stop will be. The gallery cars have an interesting design, where instead of just an entire second floor, it's just 2 different rows of single seating. As we walk down the very thin but reasonable steps, let's take a look at VRE's famous bathrooms. You know, they say it's spacious, but it's fine. It's got a Dyson Airblade, though. That's special. I like that. That's good. You think? Well, it's a bathroom. I don't know what more you could expect. It is quite spacious, which is kind of cool. I mean, for a commuter train, it's really good. In fact, it's honestly bigger than an Amtrak bathroom, so props to VRE for that. Each car also had hand sanitizer on each end. The views are also interesting, and there was this little concrete pyramid I noticed out the window. If anybody knows what that is and what that was for, please let me know. So I kind of forgot to film how much legroom there is, but we can see how much there is if we look at the side of the car. And there's me, for some reason, looking at the thickness of the seat yet again. But the legroom was really good, especially if you sat in the front of the upper deck, because, I mean, you've got like 1.5 feet, maybe even 2 feet of legroom. And I'd say for a normal seat back, I'd say about 15 inches of space between the front of the seat and the back of the seat in front of you. So that's not really bad at all. Anyways, that is going to be pretty much the end of our journey as we approach Spotsylvania. And with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I know I'm not as good as the greats like Simply Railway, Trains Are Awesome, or Lone Star Trip Reports, but I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe this video could be useful for you in the future. Oh, and by the way, if you're not riding on a Friday, ticket fares between Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania will be about $2.50. If you're riding the whole route, I'd say probably about $12, which is really not bad for a commuter rail. Anyways, thank you so much for 500 subscribers and for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.